Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIII-2, and let's get on with it.
Stands the ruins of the Farsia city Padra. This was the capital of a flourishing civilization, storied in the annals of Grand Pulse. Here, the young Hope Estime is leading the academy in an effort to learn more about the mysterious Oracle Drive. However, this world is not like the world of 10AF that Noel and Sarah had visited previously. Things have changed.
So that's somewhat interesting. Apparently, because of our actions in Urba, we've sort of changed the timeline and now the past is different. The past has changed itself to accommodate that future, I guess. And so now we're heading to Yaschas Massif 1X AF.
The sun is back in the sky.
The eclipse is over. Or it never existed in the first place. History here has changed.
If the paradox didn't happen, then maybe Hope never had any reason to come here.
There's still the Oracle Drive. Maybe that would have been enough of a draw for him. Only one way to find out.
So yeah, apparently history has changed, or it's been rewritten to how it was supposed to be, I guess. And the eclipse that was in this area is gone. Unfortunately, that means the music is gone as well. The pretty cool music, which was called Eclipse. But anyway.
Yule said that changing the future will also change the past. Is this what she meant? The eclipse doesn't happen because we solve the paradox in the future?
Maybe. But we can't be sure.
Yule said if you change the future, you change the past. What could that mean? How can the future affect the
I
past?
don't get it. I can see how the past can affect the future, but how does it work in reverse? It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, well, damned if I know. Maybe Hope or Alyssa can tell us.
So apparently, well, I guess it's too complicated for Hope and Sarah. Sorry, for Noel and Sarah. Getting my characters mixed up. So yeah, again, apparently things here are pretty similar.
What was it looking for up in the sky?
The future, maybe? Who knows?
What? The future? It was looking for the future? That's somewhat weird. Why would it be looking for the future? Or did I understand that wrong somehow? But we have some boss fights. Oh yeah, and now I'm starting to... Because we just got Firaga and Thundergar, you might see me, maybe not so much in this episode, but in upcoming episodes, basically just totally use all those third tier magic stuff to basically own enemies. So look forward to that. Well, hopefully. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to make a decision on how to continue, because I do some side quests here and there, and while they're not the most interesting of things, and I'm also contemplating showing the sort of like how to get all the fragments from each area so that people don't have any issue finding them. So it'll be easier to sort of condense it all into one video. So for each area, basically, not the whole thing, but for each area. So to avoid sort of double dipping and re-showing things, it'd be easier to just skip all the side quest stuff that I do out of order. So, but that would also mean that I would be skipping out on showing you guys leveling up. So, but then again, I guess it's not too bad because you'll see stuff, you'll see whatever new magic, whatever new abilities I gain on screen itself during fights. So it's not the worst thing ever. Plus it will make things go smoother for the story. At least it flows well. I mean, some side quests are pretty decent story wise. They give you a background to the area, to the story, to certain characters and whatnot. So that's interesting, but I think I'm gonna try and focus on the main story first. And then once I've done that, I'll showcase I'll think about how to do all the other stuff after that. But first things first, let's go and meet Hope and Alyssa if they're still here.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
How did you...
Yule. Did you come through the gate too?
The one you met was a different Yule. A Yule from the future.
What?
So, you don't know me either.
I know about you. I've been watching you both.
You can see the future, can't you?
I can trace the timeline. I see the future and lead others along the correct path. I came here to confirm something I already know. You and I are the same.
What do you mean?
You too can show others the way.
Wait. I don't get it. How are we the same?
So apparently Sarah and Yule have things in common. Is Sarah gonna be the next Yule? Could be, I mean, she can see the future, and apparently she can show others the way. Let's talk to Noel.
Like Yule lives in this time too.
Noel, are you okay?
Yeah, it was just so unexpected. Threw me for a loop.
I met another girl with the same name and face as Yule from the future. What could it mean? Is Yule the Farseer
She
Cirrus?
talked about tracing the timeline. Could she be the Cirrus from ancient Padra?
Padra collapsed centuries ago. She can't be the same person.
Then maybe a distant descendant? But we were always told that no one lived down here on Grand Pulse.
Well, you and your friends survived all right, didn't you? By helping each other out?
So what? That's the reason they're giving, that there are Yules in different timelines?
We journeyed through time, solved the paradox, and met two girls who looked exactly the same.
They were a bit different, I
And
think.
now, at last, we found our way back to Hope's Oracle Drive. He'll be waiting for us. Or perhaps he won't. Maybe after all this time, Hope has forgotten us.
Somehow I doubt that. No, it's just been 10 years. Either way. But anyway, yeah, apparently
I was afraid
maybe
what
there were
happened
people
was-
living on Grand Pulse
I
that
guess the ruins were
the
interesting
people
enough.
on Cocoon
They
didn't
need
know
a
about.
paradox to draw them
And
here.
I guess that isn't wholly weird or illogical, but and I guess, who knows, maybe the people on the Archild steep step, however you want to pronounce it, people from sort of the past, you know, not necessarily from after Cocoon fell, maybe before Cocoon fell. Then again, I don't remember seeing Cocoon in the sky, so maybe it isn't. But maybe I'm thinking too much about that. But hey, at least they sort of hint to a reason
I'm with the
why there are
Academy.
still
I've been here
Yules
for a while,
who are sort
researching
of
the gates
similar
for
to the
most part.
Yules
There haven't been-
from the past
However, the director
and have
ordered
the
me
same
to come
abilities, same power. You think if a mass population were to go extinct or nearly extinct, that the people who were the rarest or the most unique would, you know, be less likely to survive. Or I guess depends. I guess doesn't, like I said, isn't wholly illogical. So yeah, that's some brief breakdown of the story or analysis, some sort of analysis of the story so far, Kupo. Anyway, yeah, so this is Chocolina's shop. I don't think there's anything new. Chocolina seems to be everywhere. Still haven't gotten down to the bottom of that.
Thank you for shopping here on this.
Or at least someone's happy it's sunny.
Much better pets than
So this area looks pretty much the same as before. And we have a hidden item.
I wonder what happened here.
Something's up!
Come on, Mom.
So now that we've like opened more timelines or the same areas more than once, visited the same areas more than once,
The ruins nearby.
I was wondering, you know, if these treasure items, if we didn't pick them up in the when we first came here, would they be different? Or, you know, would they, you know, if you left it, be better items?
Is there a
But
new
apparently
discovery or
not.
something?
Apparently, from what I've been reading, the items are just the same.
Director,
It just depends when you get it.
what are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Okay, that was
I think
pretty
we'll be
random.
here soon.
Hope and Alyssa. At the exact moment when we're coming, they're talking about us. But yeah, the treasure items, they're the same. So just pick them up if you see them. And let's talk to Hope. See what's up.
In a world where the paradox was solved, the eclipse never darkened the sky in the first place. No one remembered that Noel and I had been here. But even so, Hope was there, waiting for us. Of course, his memories had changed. We had our 10-year reunion all over again, as if our last meeting had never happened. When we explained his memories had changed because the paradox had been dissolved, Hope believed us without question. And then...
I have something I want to show you.
I guess Hope is a more understanding guy in this game. So now the Oracle Drive is much clearer in its vision, and it's sort of the beginning of the game, of this game.
It is lightning!
This is a recording of the future. We're unable to identify the location or circumstances. There is one thing we're sure about, however. And remember, we don't know what era this is.
Lightning is alive in that place. In my memory, Lightning disappeared after the battle with Orphan, but she's living somewhere in the future.
This music is
It's
pretty
not
nice.
just a dream, is it?
She's out there,
Then I'm going to find her.
and you will find her, Sarah. After all, you traveled through time and found me. Many years of research have finally borne fruit. It all began with the Oracle Drive. We excavated it from ruins many centuries old. Yet it recorded an image of Cocoon, supported on a pillar of crystal. It was an impossibility, an enigma.
Oh no, what she's doing.
But a reality nonetheless. This is when I learned what I must do. If it was possible to journey through time and look into the future, then it must also be possible to travel backwards and change the past.
Right.
I wanted to change history, make things better, not just bring Lightning back, but Vanille, and Fang, and my mother.
So that's what your research was about.
Chasing the impossible, you might say. But you've made me realize something. It's clear to me now we are not the only ones who are intervening in history.
Oh?
The past has already been changed. Sarah, you are the only one who remembers a time when Lightning survived the fall of Cocoon.
Yeah.
So some interesting, I guess, background story to Hope and his reasons for doing his research. Somewhat touching, I guess. But now we have more from the Oracle Drive. And is that Cocoon crashing down? I guess, yeah, that is one thing we haven't fixed yet, if we're supposed to fix it. That's what Snow was trying to do. Let's not forget about Snow.
Caius.
What happened? Did the prophecy get rewritten?
Not necessarily rewritten. It could be the original prophecy restored as it once was. Perhaps a continuation of the first recording.
If this is showing us the future, then someday Cocoon will fall. No, you told me in your time Cocoon didn't exist like it does now.
Yeah, it came to ground long before I was born. After it happened, the whole world just fell apart pretty much.
But who made it fall? Could it have been Caius?
No, he couldn't do that.
When is Cocoon supposed to fall? How many years? Is it soon?
No, not for a couple of centuries.
Oh, that's a long time from now. I mean, none of us will even be alive to see it.
But others will. Cocoon will fall into Grand Pulse. Imagine the
Sorry, that was kind of
catastrophe.
funny.
Think how many lives will be destroyed.
Right. That's the future I lived in.
It doesn't have to happen. No, we can change the future. We can stop Cocoon from falling and make your world a better place.
Yeah, but how? You think you can go to the time when it falls and hold it up yourselves? Do you even have a gate to take you there?
Well, we haven't
It might not be
actually
necessary
looked.
to travel to the specific time and place.
How so?
The future depends on what we do now, right? Yes, there is a chance Cocoon will fall, but we can start working now to prevent it from happening.
Right.
But what if you can't, Hope?
We can at least work to mitigate the damage. If we begin our research now, we have time. Then, should Cocoon indeed fall, we can help protect the planet and save the victims.
Okay, let's do it. We could try to solve things at the other end, in the future. While you start preparing in the here and now.
Yes, let's change the future.
Sounds simple.
If you change the future...
If you change the future, you change the past.
Sarah?
It's nothing. Hope, thank you for the help.
Time will separate us, but we'll share a common goal.
Hope dreamed of changing the past.
Sounds cool.
The weight of history drove him forward. But now, he's turning to face the future. A future even more frightening than the past.
And the future that we'll have to see in the next episode. Or further down the line.
In your own past.
Because this is the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll explore further next time. See you later.